Hello there, everybody and anybody watching this video. So, if you saw my video last night or yesterday or whenever you have seen it, I posted one last night. I did a review of Scourge and Fracus, which you can see over there. Scourge did lose his head, and Fracus is laughing at him because he is his head. But I got him at Comic-Con, and as well as Scourge and Fracus from Titan's Return, I did get this 30th anniversary Star Wars, Clone Trooper, Kashyyyk Trooper. So, that is what we will be doing a review of today in this video. So, without further ado, let's get into this figure. So, the packaging is unfortunately ripped. I actually not unfortunately, wasn't planning on keeping it, but it is ripped. So, because I just ripped into it, you do have a little bit of art of him. Ages 4+. Warning, choking hazard, small parts. There's the inside if you like it. Here's the more inside of the packaging. There's a little bubble where the stand was. The ripped face of him. Star Wars, Kashyyyk, Ooper, or Purr. You've got a little read up back there. Pause it if you want to read it. You've got him, stats, him again, and other figures, and other warnings. So, yeah, just get those out of my way. Emgo, you were really onto something with throwing the, I guess I should say the full name, Emgo 316. You were onto something when you threw the packaging behind you. It's very smart, very efficient. So, let's get into the Trooper. This video isn't going to be as long as the other because this isn't a Transformer, so it's not going to be a whole lot. He comes with 2 accessories. He came with this blaster rifle. No paint. A lot of nice sculpted and molded detail in there, though. Very, very cool. And he came with this stand, Kashyyyk Trooper, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. Favorite movie out of the entire Star Wars trilogy. I think the prequels were better than any of the others. And by any of the others, I mean mainly the main trilogy. The sequels cannot compare to anything. They are garbage. I'm sorry if you like them. Your opinion is just invalid. It is wrong. They were terrible movies. The sequels, not the prequels. Prequels were good. Great. 2005, or no, let's see. 2005 LFL Hasbro China 8. Yeah. Cool. So that's it for the accessories. Let's go into details. So here's the clone, the Kashyyyk Trooper. As you can see, he's really cool looking. He's got like all that camo on him. Got some like black under suit, or I guess you could call it that. Very nice green visor, highly accurate to the movie. In fact, let me pull up that picture from the movie, actually, from his box. You see here, I'm very sorry. There's that picture of him, and here's the figure. So pretty accurate, honestly. I think the green is darker in the movie, but anyway, if you're gonna get a Kashyyyk Trooper, get this. I know it's like $25 to $30 to $40, but if you're gonna get him, if you're gonna get any Kashyyyk Troopers, get this one. I don't have any of the others, so my opinion and my talk may not be the most valid, but just from what I've seen, other reviewers, JCC2224, referencing, shout out to you again, love your content, but if you look at his videos, he compares different Kashyyyk Troopers in one of his videos. I think it's like the Every Ever. It's in his Every Ever series. Every Kashyyyk for 41st Scout Battalion Trooper, something like that. I'll try to link that video. I don't think I will be able to. I'm very new to this. I don't really know, but yeah. So like nice details. You got the pockets, more pockets. Got that back thing that's kind of exclusive to the excuse me, I just ate dinner. This is like exclusive to the 41st Elite Corps Scout Battalion troopers. I don't know why, but their back had that. So yep, a lot of openness back there. There's a Scout Battalion butt right there. I don't know. Pockets. I think this strap thing, yeah, it's movable, so it's probably removable if you want to do that. A cool little feature he has is his mask. Now, if you know anything about clone troopers, in fact, this is one that I will just bring in. I have a few clone troopers. I will be showing them off in comparisons, but with normal clone troopers, you just remove the helmet. This is the vintage collection 501st Trooper. But yeah, you just remove the helmet. This guy, though, you just flip it up. You flip the visor up, and it reveals a really nice face in there. I really do like that. It's very cool. I think this was the only figure that has done this, at least that only clone. So, yeah, you got a face there. So, yeah, like, really cool. Articulation, his head can swivel. It can go a bit up and a bit down, like down that far, up that far, so not much. Yeah, like I said, twist all around. No turning. No, slightest tilt. Slightest. Very small. Arms can't go up that high. They can, at least shoulders, they can rotate all the way around. His elbows can bend that far to a 90-degree angle. There is our elbow swivel in there. He does have a swivel right there. If you see that glove right there, that's where it's turning. So he does have a ball joint in his torso, so he can go back about that far. Not that far. He can hunch forward about that far, not very far. And it can twist. So, yes, nothing in the waist, just chest. You can kick forward that far. The pockets are pliable, squishy plastic, so yes, they will move out of the way, but just try not to break them. Yeah, you can move back that far forward. You can kick back that far. He does have a single jointed knee that can, in fact, not get to a 90-degree angle. No, this is not 90 degrees. It's a little less. So, yeah, not quite there. He does have a knee swivel, though. He also has ankle articulation that can go down that far, tilt up that far, and swivel. No rocker or anything. So, I mean, this figure is pretty old, so it's understandable that the articulation is not the best. I mean, it's not bad. Do not get me wrong. This is not bad. For the time, this was a very good, well-articulated clone trooper. I mean, most clone troopers had this articulation, but, like, you know, this was good articulation. So, yeah, that's really it for the figure itself. Let's get into comparisons. So let's just bring in Scourge. I think Scourge is going to be the kind of mascot of this, the reviewing side of this channel, because the Scourge was my first ever review. So on this channel. So, and I'm planning to have many reviews. So he's just gonna be the mascot. And will always be in a video to compare to and just be doing something stupid in the background because Scourge, yes. Something I should have mentioned in the Scourge review video, actually, you can store his guns on his back. It's that little thing right there. You can store it in there. You can also store it right there. If you see in his butt, like right there. So you can store his guns on his back, but we are not doing a review on him. So let's straighten him out as far as I can. It's about as straight as I can get him. there he is next to the clone. So, yeah, the Scout Battalion clone. Let's pull in some other clone troopers. As you already saw, this is the Vintage Collection 501st Trooper. As you can see, he is considerably taller. That's actually something about this figure specifically. He is a lot smaller than all other clones. Here's one of the crappy 5 POA, I forget what line they were from, Saga Legends or something like that. Yes, I put some scuffing on him. I did that years ago. It's kind of just stuck because this figure is kind of crappy. Yeah. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I actually named this guy. I called him Captain Scout because he's an ARC Trooper captain or something. No, he's not an actual captain, but he can pass as one. So yeah, he's weirdly tilted to the left. I will be doing a review on him and probably the 501st Trooper I showed, the Vintage Collection one. His helmet can remove. Compare faces. I guess we should, you already really saw it, but here is the Vintage Collection one. So here's his face. We'll be going more in depth with these figures some other day. Here's his face. Very nice likeness to Tamora Morrison. And here's his face. Also, very good likeness. So yeah, there's how they stack up. Here we got another, Saga Collection clone. I don't really know. This is on the super articulated clone body. I think so. Is it? Yep, because the legs can't go very far. But here he is. This is a phase 1. Cool. Here, one of my favorites. A really odd take. I will be doing a review on this guy. I have 3 of this guy, so I like him. I have 2 of the Vintage Collection ones. The Vintage Collection 501st. As you can see, I liked the 501st. That one, this is also from Saga Collection. If you're wondering, it's the quad cannon. Like, it was just called Clone Trooper, but it's like the quad cannon kit blaster clone trooper. I don't really know. Heavy gunner, arc heavy gunner, really whatever you want to call it. But this is from the Revenge of the Sith line. Unpopular opinion, but I actually really like this guy because of how cheap I could find him on eBay. Cheap? No, cheap. Say it like a man, Jeremiah. I said my name again. Gosh dang it! What the heck? Yeah, that's how they stack up. I really like this trooper. That's why I have 3 of this trooper. So I do like this trooper. He does also weirdly tilt, but that's because this leg is actually longer than that leg. And it's overextending because it's weird. It's a weird clone, but I still love him. Here we go. The phase 2, fully superposable. This is actually the antenna mold. So he can have that antenna in the back, which can just pop out, pop back in. But yes, this is also from the Revenge of the Sith line. Let's get in this guy. This is from, I think the Revenge of the Sith line. Yes, this was this is from the attack on the Jedi Temple 4-pack, which came with 3 of these guys and Anakin, I'm pretty sure. I just bought one off eBay. Actually new. He just took them out of the packaging and sold them separately. So his rifle is painted. They are the same rifle, but as you can see, this one is painted. I might give the wood painted one to him because, I don't know, it's wood. These guys were on Kashyyyk. There's a lot of wood and trees there. This guy, he has a removable helmet, and there's that face. Again, just comparing the faces. Yeah. So, I like this head. It's funny. It's a funny head. I'll get to my favorite clone. Not a clone, but a trooper nonetheless. This is a Senate guard. Also from the Revenge of the Sith line. Yes. I really like this. If you're gonna buy any of the Senate Commando / Senate Guard troopers, get this one. The Clone Wars ones are cool, but they're way too expensive, way too hard to find. find them for like $40 a piece, and I just find that ridiculous. Clone Wars Clone Troopers are very ridiculously priced. So if you're gonna get a Revenge of the Sith, or just a clone, not clone, but a Senate Guard in general, get the Revenge of the Sith one. That's a really good trooper figure. I'll probably do a review of him too. My favorite clone. I spent $48 on his figures, almost $50 because I bought him new. Dinal, my favorite clone trooper. Very unpopular opinion, or Dinal as JCC2224 calls him. Yeah, it's really cheap. The Hasbro, that Star Wars, Lucasfilm, whatever you want to call him, gave Dinal. That was really cheap of you, and I love Dinal. He's my favorite clone trooper. He is a Clone Wars clone trooper. He has a jetpack. I will do a review of this guy, but here's his face. Yes. JCC2224, I will go into this a bit more in depth, but you said that your Dinal had a scuff on the chest. I'm just going to tell you, mine does too. I tried wiping it off, that dirt. It's very hard to see on camera, but if you can, there's like a scuff on the upper chest there. So, I don't know. He has a scuff on his chest too. Yours did. So, hey, cool. Dino likes scuffed armor. Yeah, like, it's really hard to see, but it is a, like, weird, like, greenish looking weird bit. Yours, the one on your copy is much more prominent. Let's get through these next comparisons. Here's Playmates Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek Next Generation. Here's a Halo Goonier from the Jazzwares, I think World of Halo line. They're like 4-inch scale. Here's the retro G.I. Joe Retro Collection Cobra Commander, G.I. Joe Retro Collection Cobra Trooper and Cobra Officer, 25th anniversary Cobra Trooper. Baldy, laugh at him, haha, hilarious. Let's get Scourge back in there. You're our mascot. Stay in the picture. Let's go to this guy. Dragon Stars Frieza from Bandai. Dragon Stars Goku, also from Bandai. Same line actually. Dragon Stars, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Stars. Unpopular opinion, but I do kind of like that one. Not kind of, I do like that one. Mattel, Masters of the Universe Origins, He-Man. Very cool, got him for Christmas. Also, Mattel, Masters of the Universe Origins, Skeleton. As you can see, those are the first versions. Got the first ones, not the second ones. Here's a Black Series Stormtrooper. Here is a McFarlane Dr. Fate from Injustice. It's very big, very tall. I'm kind of glad McFarlane lost the license, no offense, but your figures are not the best. I do have a couple though. Here's another McFarlane figure. McFarlane Batman from Three Jokers. Yes, very cool. Another McFarlane figure. Gosh dang. Dark Knight Returns Joker from McFarlane Toys. Yes, very cool. I actually do like those last two. McFarlane's figures aren't terrible. They're just not the best either. Oh, this is one I love. Got this guy for Christmas. Oh, I love this figure so much. It's my only NECA figure, but I did in fact get the Ultimate RoboCop for Christmas 2 years ago, I think. Christmas of 2023, I think. Or maybe it's 2022, I don't know. Yeah, so there's my comparisons. Those are all the figures I brought on. So let's just get a full look at my entire clone army. It's not an army, it's a small platoon at the very least. But it's a small collection. Yes, I have a very small Clone Trooper collection, but it is a collection. It's a collection nonetheless. No, it is extremely, extremely small. Get him up there, get you up there, get this guy up there. Yep. Let's get Denal right here. Delete all these men. We've got Captain Scout. That's the name I gave him. And no, Captain Glass. Did I say Scout? I said Scout. Captain Glass. That's my own name. That's my name I gave to him. That's not his official name. I'm calling this guy Scout because he's a Scout Battalion trooper. Yeah, here's my entire clone collection. I know, pretty small, but it is a collection. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review video. Remember to like, share, not share, what? I'm watching too much YouTube. Just please, not remember, but please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, and we will see you in the next video.